Gentlemen, to the last day of the Stallion Team 17 under division. My name is Rowy Sacote, covering 4 games for today. The first game is a battle between the second seed BBC matching up against dito sa MARCARS. Although this is the last day of the eliminations round, etong BBC, they are still on their way to get the number 1 seed after this day if they win against MARCARS and if matalo mamaya ang Battery & Co. Since Battery & Co. is at the number 1 seed so far. But etong MARCARS naman, this will be their final game of the season here in our 4th season of Stallion Team 17 under. So after this game, it's gonna be Fair and Square versus Gold Cross, followed by Firestone versus Charms. And for the main event, it's gonna be Battery & Co. versus Boys. And now, I know everyone's very excited for this game. So let's start. We'll be back in a few minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the final game day in our eliminations round here in the 4th season of the Stallion Teen 17 under division. It's a battle between the 2nd seed BBC versus the 7th seed MARCARS. Now coming into this ballgame's first possession already for Kino Escudero. Right off the bat, these two teams are coming off a 2-game winning streak. However, MARCARS, after a very slow start of this season, losing their first 4 games, in their 5th and 6th game, they already got 2 straight wins. Meanwhile, for BBC naman, they are now 4-2 coming in this tournament, and as they are coming into this ballgame as they are the 2nd seed right now. Ang team na nasa taas lang nila is Buttery & Co., in which they beat during the opening day as Miguel Lim got fouled in the act of shooting a 3. So Kenzo Centeno will be called for his first personal foul, at Miguel Lim will be heading over to the line for 3. So let's see if we can knock down these 3 free throws, as MARCARS are shooting 43.3% from the line all throughout the season. And for those who don't know, for both teams, wala yung main coach talaga nila. For BBC right now, it's Coach Mike Chua who's calling the shots. As for MARCARS naman, it's Coach Randy Chua who's calling the shots for MARCARS in this ball game, in their last game of this season, as Miguel Lim was not able to knock down those 3 freebies, as they are now up by 1. Koa pulls up, all string for Nico Koa. Last game, Nico Koa was actually scoreless when they won against Fair and Square. Miguel Lim kicks it out, good pass, but good defense by BBC. No wide open MARCARS players. Look at that, Martinez floats it up. Only hits the back iron and miss. Here comes Kino. Gives it to Hans Go, using his height over a much smaller defender, Cedric C. Cannot do anything about it. Miguel, wow, that's a 4-point shot if you're playing in the PBA. However, he misses that 3. Kino will drive, short on this layup, offensive rebound for Kenzo Centeno. Last touch by MARCARS, ball goes back to the black shirts. Again, this is the last day of the eliminations round natin. For MARCARS in this tournament, this will be their last game. For BBC naman, they're battling for the first seed. As one, a steal by Martinez and able to knock that one in. Cade Martinez did not play last game for MARCARS. So it's a sight to see for Coach Randy Chua that he suited up here in their last game of this season, as they are only fielding 7 players right now in total. Itong MARCARS, as Miguel knocks down that 3-pointer. Miguel Lim last game shot 40% from the 3-point area. He knocked down 4 out of 10 threes. As look at that 3-point shot naman, bumawi din. Kagad dito ang BBC, as we have a timeout break, folks. It's 7 minutes and 21 seconds remaining here in the first. More Stallion Teens action when we return. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Stallion Scene 17 under division. So far, still anybody's ball game here in their final game of this elimination round, as Miguel Lim Can't get it to fall that time as Kino has it. For BBC, full stack sila ngayon in this ball game compared to MARCARS. So dalawa lang ang papalit sa kanila later in our mandatory substitution. As what a pass from Kino, pero wala nga lang for Kenzo Centeno as hands go. Muscling his way in, and look at that. Knocking down that follow-up shot. Hans Go is the 5th best player in terms of rebounds per game, averaging 11.7 rebounds. And he's the top player in terms of field goal percentage, shooting 60, almost 61% from the field for a big guy. So he's getting a lot of quality shots. Rejected by Juancho Bernabe. And as Miguel lays it up and in, that cuts down the lead to 1, still in favor of BBC. Kino gives it to Hans. Nice pass to Centeno inside. And that's the strength of Hans' goal. He's getting a lot of attention when he's down low, leaving some wide open cutters na si Kenzo Centeno. And there's a foul plus the shot. Juancho Bernabe. That's a highlight play. As Nico Kowa gets his first personal foul. So Juancho Bernabe averaging 17.8 points per game. This kid is actually the 7th best scorer in this 17 under 4th season of the Stallion Teens. However, he misses the free throw. And he's the team leader for the entire MARCARS team in terms of points per game. As Kino kicks it out. Lim gives it to Hans Go. What a pass! From Lim to Go. As right now, Hans has 6 points in this ball game. Kino. No look pass again, this time to Hans Go. This guy, Kino Escudero, is the #1 player in terms of dishing out assists per game. Kino Escudero is actually averaging 6.2 assists per game as Miguel misses that very long distance three-pointer. All the way from San Juan talaga yung tira na yan ni Miguel Lim as Kino gives it to Lim. Thought about shooting a 3. Nice pass to Centeno for that easy deuce inside. As this is the first mandatory substitution of this ball game, folks. This substitution is brought to you by, of course, Poison, Mark Access, Fair and Square, Crep Talk Cafe, Celsius, and Ogalala. Like every season of the Stallion Teens, it has been our rule talaga na we have a 10-minute guaranteed of playing time for all players joining this tournament. So every first and second quarter in the 5-minute mark, may automatic mandatory substitution tayo dito. And yan, it's a sight to see na Coach JD Wu is now present for MARCARS, so he's now calling the shots. As Miguel catching to a 3, was able to draw another foul, shooting a 3-pointer. So that's going to be a pushing foul on Rocco.
Team foul number 3.
And that's the 3rd team foul dito para sa BBC.
3 shots.
Miguel Lim actually attempted 7 free throws last game, and he only missed 1. So he shot 6 out of 7. That's 86% from the line as Coach Mike Chua is giving some instructions to his team. And he's still perfect from the line. Etong si Miguel Lim. Especially they're the ones who's trailing right now. As he knocks down those 3 free throws. So he's now 6 for 6. Ito si Miguel Lim. Good idea, but good defense for MARCARS as Aranilio fires a 3-pointer. Bumawi ka agad. Si Rocco Aranilio. Rocco Aranilio only scored 2 points in their previous game. And bumawi nga kaagad. Si Jacob Ang. Wow, a lot of players are shooting terrifically right now from downtown in this last game, in their last game of the eliminations round. Matay. Good defense by Miguel Lim, stealing that ball. Here comes Juancho. In transition, Bernabe floats it up. way off the mark. And last touch by the white shirts. Ball goes back to BBC.
Timeout, BBC.
As Coach Mike Chua calls a timeout as they are up by 4, 22-18. Ladies and gentlemen, that timeout break was brought to you by Boysen, the #1 paint. With less than 3 minutes and 40 to play here in the first quarter, it's been a high-scoring ball game. Both teams literally giving it their all in their final game in the eliminations round. Well, especially for MARCARS, this is their final game na talaga of this season. For BBC naman, they are already, they're already in the semifinals. Miguel, nice kick out to Jacob Ang! Back-to-back threes for Jacob Ang! What an assist from Miguel Lim. Actually, Miguel Lim was already going down the other side of the floor. He knew that Jacob Ang is gonna knock down that three-pointer. As Colin answering back with a three-pointer of his own. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been raining threes inside the AYSN Sports Center. Oh, nice fake by Miguel. Bumawi rin si Miguel Lim. Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't like this, you don't like Stallion Teens basketball, umuulan pero ang init eh. Grabe ang mga players natin ngayon. Marcas on top of the key, no good. A rebound by Juancho. 25-24 is the score as Juancho misses that three-pointer. I'm pretty much sure the crowd will go wild if he was able to knock down that three. Marcus spins, kicks it out. He'll fire a triple. No good that time for Rocco Aranillo. Rafa kicks it out. Three-point shot. No good again. And here comes Rocco against four white jerseys. He'll drive, and he was able to draw contact. So he'll head over to the line for a pair.
Pushing foul on number 4, I believe the goal is first.
As Rafa gets his first personal foul. This team, BBC, they are actually shooting 53.2% from the free throw line. So literally it's a 50-50 ball as Rocco misses the first one. Coach Mike Chua giving some instructions to Marcus Fernandez and Savian Go. Again, in the absence of their actual coach, Paul Chua. Bernabe will drive. What a layup by Juancho Bernabe. That was slithering his way in. Juancho now has 4 points in this ball game. And Juancho scored 24 points last game. He got a double-double performance. 24 points, 14 rebounds, and my 3 steals pa. Shooting 42% from the field last game. Jacob fakes, gives it to Miguel. Catch into a triple. No good. Rebound by Savian. It's a tied ball game at 26 apiece. Marcus kicks it to Savian. Savian floats it up. No good. Gets his own miss. Tapikan ng bola, nakuha ni Jacob. Jacob. Miguel. Oh, masyadong minadali doon yung Rafa Del Mundo. It was heavily guarded by Marcus Fernandez. Rocco. Airballs the perimeter. Jay, no good. A rebound again by Chua. Caleb Chua over 2 white jerseys. Caleb Chua was actually scoreless last game. He played for less than 16 minutes. However, he got 2 rebounds. And again, BBC are now 4-2 coming into this ball game. If they win this game, it's going to be 5-2. As Juancho will drive. Good defense by BBC as Rafa floats it up, got fouled. He got sandwiched by Aranillo and Chua. So Caleb Chua will be called for his first personal foul, and that's the 14th foul dito for BBC. Rafa Del Mundo only scored 5 points in their last game. However, he got 13 rebounds. And they're up against BBC. No? BBC is the second best rebounding team in this season. As a unit, BBC is actually averaging 59.2 rebounds per game. Well, they have Hans Go and they have Marcos Fernandez as Marcus. Oh, look at that slow move by Marcos Fernandez, but got heavily bothered. Less than seconds to play here. Juancho got fouled. So he'll go to the line to shoot two. As Caleb gets his second personal foul. Juancho Bernabe, 2 points, 3 rebounds, and 3 assists already. These 2 free throws brought to you by Celsius Live Fit, empowering you to live fit and be your best self. Oh. Ball goes to BBC and they still have 2.1 seconds remaining. Let's see if they can make a bucket here. Of course, MARCARS are going to execute a full court defense na. Oh, throw in violation. So, babalik ang bola sa MARCARS. So, they still have an opportunity to score here. Rafa gives it to Miguel. Oh, God, rejected by Colin Matay. That is our fair and square defense of the quarter. Fair and square, making life easier. Brands you trust, service with their serve, unbeatable price. And that is the end of the first quarter. Just a 1-point lead in favor of BBC. Ladies and gentlemen, that break was brought to you by Park Access and Ogalala. Of course, Park Access, the official Nike store partner, and Ogalala, your trusted partner in parenting for many years. So, still anybody's ball game. Lamang lang ng isa itong BBC. And they are doing a good job shooting the ball. And I want to talk about the three-point shooting of these two teams during the first quarter. As Rafa misses that three-pointer. BBC shot 50% from downtown. MARCARS naman 33%. Those are high-arcing three-point percentages for these two teams, making it rain during the first quarter. So let's see if that will continue. What a pass from Kino to Hans! Go! That is our assist of the quarter. Hatid sa inyo ng Crep Talk Cafe. Great tasting crepes, pastas, all-day breakfast, sandwiches, salads, matcha, and coffee. That was a great pass from Kino. Oh, good fake pass. Floats it up. Wala nga lang for Kane Martinez. Kenzo gives it here to Kino. Kino setting up a play here. Gives it here to Kian. 8 on the shot clock here for BBC. However, once Hansgo is inside, MARCARS, wala na silang answer doon. As right now, BBC are up by 5 here. All of those points came from Hansgo. As Cade fires up a triple, can't get it to fall. Kino with the rebound. Kino, the shiftiness and the vision of Kino Escudero, giving his teammates a lot of great looks inside. As there's a travel called by against Rafa Del Mundo because he was standing up habang nasa kanyang bola. So, 24 seconds here on the shot clock for BBC. Oh! Hindi nakuha doon ni Kian Lim ang bola. That was a good find from Kino. In terms of rebound, BBC more than doubling the rebounding output ng MARCARS dito. As of now, BBC has 25 rebounds compared to MARCARS' 11 rebounds. You can see the disparity of already as good defense by Hansgo against Rafa Del Mundo. Well, Hansgo is the best shot blocker in this tournament so far, averaging close to 4 blocks per game. And kailangan pa nating isipin yung pag-bother niya ng shots na hindi makikita sa score sheet. Or sa stat sheet rather. Oh, clearly an unforced turnover committed by MARCARS. Cedric C turned the ball over. Kino, that's a wide open limb from deep. It's good! Kian Lim had all the time in the world to shoot that left three-pointer. Left corner 3. This is the largest lead of the game so far. Miguel Lim fakes the pass, shoots a 3 in and out. Kino surveying the floor, sizing up Cade. Kino fakes, kicks it out. Oh, good move, but the shot was off nga lang for Nico Koa. As Miguel got fouled. So he'll head over to the line for a pair. Kenzo gets his second personal foul, and eto Miguel hasn't missed a free throw yet in this game. He's now 6 for 6 from the charity stripe. And he's still perfect from the line. He's now 7 for 7. Again, last game he shot 6 out of 7, only missing 1 free throw. Ayun, parang yung stats niya ng last game. He's now 6 for 7 from the line. Pero this is just the second quarter. We haven't crossed the halfway mark yet of the second quarter. Oh, wide open three-pointer. Can get it to go as Lim kicks it to Kenzo. Long distance two-pointer, no good. Tapi ka ng bola. Good rebound by Rafa Del Mundo. Rafa. What a move! Shot nga lang was off. Kino. Oh, good defense by Rafa Del Mundo. Look at the behind the back move as Rafa. Basket and one! What a shot for Rafa Del Mundo. That is our energy play of the quarter. Hatid sa inyo ng Celsius Live Fit. Empowering you to live fit and be your best self. Now, is at the line to shoot his bonus free throw for MARCARS. They're shooting more than 60% from the line as he misses the three-point opportunity. So 35-30 ang score natin dito with less than 6 minutes to play here in the first half. Kino. In and out. Oh, what a rebound by Kenzo. Wala rin yung point-blank range miss, but good cleanup by Kino Escudero. As Kino now has 4 points. 4 points pa lang si Kino, but he already has 7 assists. C, no good. Oh, another wide open 3 for Kian, pero wala nga lang. Lucky break for Marcas as he missed that 3. Kino. He got fouled in the act of shooting a 3-pointer. So, yun, pushing foul yun against Kate Martinez. So, 3 free throws for Kino Escudero, pero this is the second mandatory substitution of this ball game, as this mandatory substitution is brought to you by Park Access, Fair and Square, Boysen, Crep Talk Cafe, Celsius, and Ogalala. Etong BBC right now, they are now 2-4-4, shooting 50% from the line. As Kino knocks down the second one as well. And oh, there's our table official just clarifying the rotation right now. Kasi maraming players ang BBC. They are fully stacked compared to MARCARS. Ngayon, 8 players na ang MARCARS. Kasi andito na si Wayne C, nakahabol pa. And is a good additional to this rotation unit ngayon ni Coach Randy Chu, or ni JD Wu, because he's averaging 9.5 rebounds per game. So that's a great contribution that MARCARS will be needing. But right now, it's a 10-point lead in favor of BBC. Wayne misses that shot. Great defense by Caleb Chua. Matay fakes. Matay takes. Short. That was all board, but he gets his own miss. And he got fouled. The act of shooting. That's going to be a blocking foul on Wayne C. So that's going to be his first. As Colin Matay shooting 2 shots, and they're not shooting 57% so far in this ball game. And again, for BBC, they're vying for the first seed coming into the semifinals, as we have a timeout break called by Coach JD Wu. 42-30 is the score, folks. 4 minutes and 33 seconds remaining here in the first half. Ladies and gentlemen, the timeout break was brought to you by Park Access and Ogalala. So this is a double-digit lead already in favor of BBC, and they are not yet done. They are executing a full-court defense right now against MARCARS, and that is the right way to do it if you want to abuse the mismatch against MARCARS. As Rafa looking, gives it to Juancho. Sidesteps. Oh, what a pass to Rafa Del Mundo! That was a last-second dime from Juancho Bernabe. That is our... What a great assist. Hatid sa inyo ng Crep Talk Cafe as Juancho, good pass again to Jacob Ang. Juancho, back-to-back highlight assists for Juancho Bernabe. Marcus. Good defense by the white shirts. Oh, clearly a foul on Marcus Fernandez. Got too aggressive there. going to be his first personal foul. Sian gives it to Bernabe. Jacob gives it here to Wayne. Good defense for BBC as Jacob Ang misses that three. Rafa in and out on that three-pointer, and there's going to be a foul on Wayne C. It's going to be second. And it's an 8-point game lang. Again, take into consideration that MARCARS are only fielding 8 players against a fully stacked roster ng MARCARS. Look at that fumble. Oh. Savian Gomez is that elbow jumper. Less than 3 minutes to play in the first half. Juancho thought about it. Jacob will shoot. Another miss for Jacob Ang after a strong back-to-back threes in the first quarter. He's gotten cold here in the second. Colin stops, shoots. Sweet string music for Colin Matay. In terms of three-point percentage, as a unit, BBC is the third best three-point shooting team in this season. They're averaging 22.4 three-point percentage, or 22.4% from downtown. What a pass to Marcos Fernandez from Savian Go. And balik sa double-digit lead for BBC, 47-34. BBC executing a 2-3 zone defense. Less than 2 minutes to play in the first half. Savian gives it to Colin once again. This time airballs it as Rocco. Marcus, turnaround jumper, no good. Rebound by Rafa Del Mundo. Grabe, gang rebounding ang ginawa ng MARCARS doon. Juancho. Bucket plus the foul for Juancho Bernabe. That's the reason why he is the 7th best scorer in this tournament. Because he can make plays just like that. As Coach Mike Chua will use his final timeout of the first half with 1 minute and 30 remaining. We'll be back, ladies and gentlemen, after this. Again, ladies and gentlemen, that timeout break was brought to you by Ogalala, your trusted partner in parenting for many years. So Juancho, if he makes this, it's going to be just a 10-point ball game, but still in favor of BBC. However, can't connect. Savian looking. MARCARS, great defense here. However, Colin can't get it to fall. Here comes Jacob. Juancho will drive. What another move by Juancho Bernabe. This guy, a very slippery guy inside when he make plays just like that. Just shows that he has amazing footwork and body control. Itong si Juancho Bernabe. 43 seconds remaining here in the first half of Savian. 5 seconds on the 24. As there's a travel called. Good defense by MARCARS. As they're now down just by 9 na lang. Oh! So the call was a traveling violation, okay? Or a traveling call. So 30 seconds remaining. Jacob gives it to Bernabe. Bernabe in takeover mode right now. However, ball slipped out of his hands. Marcus. Nagmamadali. Good defense by Cedric C. Chua. Good defense by Rafa, but that time, there's a whistle against Wayne C. Ladies and gentlemen, take note na kakapasok lang ni Wayne C here in the second quarter and meron na siyang 3 fouls all in the second quarter alone. And both teams are already have no foul to give. Miss Chua missed the first one, missed the second as well. Strong rebound by Rafa. 3 seconds remaining. Rafa kicks it out. And that is the end of the first half. A 9-point lead in favor of BBC, 47-39. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the 17th under division of the 4th season of the Stallion Scenes. And this is again the last day of the eliminations round. We have 4 games for today. This is just the first game, but as BBC are now enjoying an 11-point lead, now to 14. After that 3-point shot from Caden Lalim. Good start kagad sa BBC. Miguel will try to answer back with a 3-pointer of his own but can't get it to go. He was asking for a foul. 12-point lead in favor of BBC. Kino looking. I believe he's going to be looking for hands-go this time. Ay, hindi. Ganda ng depensa doon ng MARCARS sa Slim. 8 on the 24. Marcus. Elbow jumper, no good. Kaden gives it back to Juancho. Bernabe got bothered by hands go. Great use of his height there. BBC shooting almost or close to 40% here in this game. Kian wide open. In and out nga lang. For MARCARS, they're shooting 30% right now as Jacob Ang finally, after an ice-cold shooting in the second quarter, in the first quarter, nag-init si Jacob Ang sa 3-point line. Let's see if this will be a fire igniter here for Jacob Ang here in the third quarter. Especially they're the one who's they are the one who's trailing right now. Kino looking. Oh, and Lim gives it to the other Lim. Kian, Marcus, power dribbles. It's good. Over Wayne C. Marcus Fernandez. Miguel fakes the pass. He'll fire a triple. Hands with the rebound. And right now, oh, there's a whistle on Cade Martinez. That's going to be his second personal foul. As Rafa Del Mundo will be checking in for Cade. For BBC naman, they're almost doubling the scoring output inside the paint. Speaking of inside, sabi naman ni Caden Lim na meron rin kami from 3-point land. As right now they're up by 14, 55-41 as Juancho asking for a pick. Decided to shoot a 3, hits the back iron, can't get it to fall. As Kino, guarded by Jacob Ang. Good defense by MARCARS. No wide open BBC players. Except for Kian Lim. Kian Lim now with 6 points. Already made one earlier. As they are now up by 17. 58-41 is the score. As Miguel again missing that 3-point shots. Kino, good pass to Hans Go! Kino, Escudero, and Hans Go connection. Escudero now with 9 assists. He has 7 points, 8 rebounds, and 9 assists. Close to a triple-double performance as good defense by BBC. Our referee saying that Hans Go had a piece of it as we have a timeout break called by Coach JD Wu. As they are trailing by 19, 60-41. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Stallion Teens 17 Under Division. That timeout break was brought to you by Park Access, the official Nike store partner. Jacob kicks it out to Lim. And let's see if what is the game plan for MARCARS right now as they are trailing by 19. This is the largest lead of the ball game so far for BBC. Again, coming into this ball game, these two teams have a 2-game winning streak as Kian back-to-back threes for Kian Lim, and I can see Coach Mike Chua smiling right now. And I'm pretty much sure Coach Paul Chua is watching his team right now and, you know, having the time of their lives. They are now up by 22 points. Juancho slithering his way over Hans Go. Fearless drive for Juancho Bernabe. Pero mahaba-haba pa. Kailangan habulin dito ng MARCARS. Escudero surveying the floor. Look at that speedy layup for Kino Escudero. That is our energy play of the quarter. Hatid sa inyo ng Celsius Live Fit. Empowering you to live fit and be your best self. And lastly, ladies and gentlemen, this is the last game of the elimination between these two teams. After a long stretch, this is the last game of some of the teams here as Kian misses that floater. Pero Magi-start na rin ang ating Stallion Cup and ang ating Stallion Kids. So abangan nyo yun, ladies and gentlemen. I'm pretty mature si Joe Aquino. May masasabi about doon sa upcoming season natin ng Stallion Teens and Stallion Kids. So Job, ano ang expectations natin doon sa Stallion Teens and Stallion Kids and Stallion Cup natin?
Yes, maganda yung season natin ngayon kasi madaming players na bago kaya maraming aabangan. Lalo na Chris Chu, maglalaro si Chris.
Oh, yun. So sa ating Stallion Cup na mga viewers natin, Coach Charles Chu played na dito. He has been a good supporter of our Stallion Cup as Rafa missed that floater. Now his brother, Chris Chu, is gonna be playing in our Stallion Cup then. As Kino, what a no-look pass to Marcos Fernandez! Kino Escudero, 14 assists already. He's just 1 point shy away for a triple-double performance. He now have 9 points, 11 rebounds, 14 assists as Miguel Lim knocks down that long-distance bomb. Kino Escudero missing that wide-open point-blank range shot. As we have a timeout break, folks, with 3 minutes and 37 seconds remaining. Our score is 69-46. Ladies and gentlemen, that timeout break was brought to you by Ogalala, your trusted partner in parenting for many years. So 3 minutes and 30 remaining. It's a 23-point Jordan number lead here for BBC. Of course, they want to dominate this game, making a statement. Kasi, again, BBC now, they have 4-2 record. If they win this game, they're gonna be 5-2. Ngayon, kailangan nilang abangan ang Battery and Co. versus Boysen mamaya because if Battery and Co. loses that game, they will also be 5-2 if they lose their game against Boysen. Now, since BBC won the game against Battery and Co. as Cedric C. was able to knock down that floater, magiging number 1 si BBC coming into the semifinals. If nanalo sila ngayon and if natalo ang Battery and Co. mami. But if Battery and Co. wins, they're gonna be securing the number 1 seed in the semifinals. So yun ang kailangan nating abangan. Let's go, was fouled in the act of shooting.
Pushing foul on number 8.
As Aiden San gets his first personal foul. As Koa misses that first one. Second attempt. It's good. Less than 2 minutes and 30 remaining here in the third quarter. BBC not yet done as Miguel spins, floats it up, no good. Tapi ka na bola, rebound by Kino. Kino with 12 rebounds for Agarda. Ito si Kino Escudero. No look pass to a wide open Colin Matay. Wala nga lang. Cannot complete the highlight play. There's a substitution. Juancho Bernabe will be checking in for Miguel Lim and Hansgo will also be checking in for BBC. Less than 2 minutes to play here in the third quarter, 70-48 right now. And ladies and gentlemen, this is just the first game for today. We still have 3 more games after this one to complete the last day of the eliminations round. As some substitutions here for both teams. A well-deserved rest for Kino Escudero as papasok dito si Savian Go. Colin, no look pass to Hans, and that's going to be an easy traveling call for Hans Go. $70-48 ang score natin, folks. Juancho, 12 on the shot clock, floats it up, but no good again. And that has been the advantage if you have Hans Go as Nico Koa. Had a free lane that time. No defender. No safety defenders for MARCARS. Rafa. Look at the interior defense ng BBC dito. That's why right now, mga shots ng MARCARS are always outside. Just like that, no passing lanes for MARCARS, showing a well-disciplined defense dito for BBC. Again, in the absence of Paul Chua, Coach Mike Chua also doing a great job for BBC. As Goa in and out on that three-pointer, rebound by Wayne. Rafa kicks it to Juancho. Offensive rebound for MARCARS. Juancho surveying the floor, gives it here. Oh, good pass to Wayne. But again, like what I mentioned, yung interior defense ng BBC dito, as Cedric C was able to knock down that three-pointer. 5 seconds remaining. That will count as almost. And that is the end of the third quarter, folks. This has been a 19-point lead already for BBC. We still have 10 more minutes of action. Stay tuned lang as we'll be back right after this. Ten more minutes of action here in the first game of the last day of the eliminations between BBC and MARCARS. But right now, MARCARS, meron pa silang 10 minutes here to cut down the lead as Miguel. This kid has been, that has been his strength, no? Drawing a lot of fouls in the act of shooting a three-pointer. As Colin Matay will be called for his first personal foul. So, 3 free throws? Oh no, 2 free throws lang pala. That was only a long-distance 2-point attempt for Miguel Lim. And he's been doing a good job shooting his free throws because he only missed 1 so far. He's now 7 for 8 from the line. And now 8 for 9. Hands kicks it to Koa. Wide open three-pointer, short. Hands, perfect place at the perfect time. Hands Go, double-double performance already. 16 points and 10 rebounds for the big guy. And now a 21-point lead for BBC as Hands. Great defense against Juancho Bernabe. Ayun nga, libre nga si Hans. Like one of our Stallion fans already predicted that play. Jacob knocking down the three-point shot. I believe that's Jacob's 5th three-pointer in this ball game. Good press break by BBC. Great defense by MARCARS as Savian floats it up, gets his own miss. And he'll be shooting 2 shots. As Cedric C gets his first personal foul. Save and go will be shooting 2 shots. These 2 free throws brought to you by Boysen, the #1 paint. And still 20-point lead for BBC. Oh, Nico Koa was able to steal the ball and siya lang yun nandun. Good pass to Hans Go. Good defense for MARCARS. Aranilio gives it to Saban, gives it to Koa. Good defense doon by the white shirts. Here comes Juancho. Juancho. Oh, last touch by Cedric C. Ball goes the other way. Rafa and Cade Martinez papasok dito for Coach JD Wu. And some substitutions here, even for Coach Mike Chua. Papahinga niya muna si Nico Koa. Nasok niya na dito rin si Wayne C. Oh, good defense by Cade Martinez. But kaya nga, completes the seal here for MARCARS as Jacob Ang. It's good. Jacob Ang with 16 points. His hands. Good idea, but poor execution as Wayne was able to steal the ball. Here comes Cade again. Jacob, catch and shoots. Short. Hands go. Baseball pass to Rocco. Got rejected, but there's a contact according to the referee. And you can't blame Juancho Bernabe. As a guard or as a forward, he is the 9th best shot blocker in this season, averaging 1.5 blocks per game. Etong si Juancho Bernabe. That's why just make him earn from the line. Don't give him an easy basket. Just like that. Aranillo was able to miss the first one. And yun, 0-4 to siya. So, for Juancho Bernabe, that's a good defense. Ball stays with BBC. Savian gives it to Colin. 3-point shot for Colin Matay. Right now, BBC shooting 10 out of 25 from downtown. That's more than 37%. That's a very high 3-point percentage for BBC. Marcus kicks it out to Colin. That's a heat check moment for Colin Matay. If you don't like that, you don't like Stallion, the teens basketball. That is our energy play of the quarter. Hatid sa inyo ng Celsius Live Fit, empowering you to live fit and be your best self. But Jacob Ang answering back with a 3-pointer of his own. As Coach Mike Chua wants to huddle it up. 83-61, folks, in favor of BBC. That timeout break, folks, is brought to you by Park Access, the official Nike store partner. 6 minutes and 15 remaining. 22-point lead still in favor of BBC. Again, BBC trying to secure that first place or number 1 spot coming into the semis. As right now, because of that shot, Kino Escudero in triple-double numbers. Marcus grabs the rebound. Here comes Kino. 4-on-1 break. Decides to lay it up and in. Kino has been carrying the load right now for BBC. Great performance for Joaquin Escudero. Marcus Fernandez, good heads-up pass to Rocco Aranillo. Might have gotten away with the foul there, but Rocco Aranillo, great body control. And BBC not yet done. Great pressure defense here committed by the black shirts. 8 seconds on the shot clock, as that's going to be a hand check foul on Rocco Aranillo. I remembered as well yung hand check foul na yan. Ang dami naming napag-usapan dati ni the Thriller himself, Willie Miller. And he really agreed na that's a good update to the FIBA handbook, yung hand check foul na yan, because disadvantage yun sa offensive player. So shout out si Coach Willie Miller. Colin Matay, less than 5 minutes of play, floats it up, uses the glass. Colin Matay with 16 points. Just want to highlight, Miguel Lim now has 20 points here as he fires a 3. That was a well-defended shot for Colin Matay. Marcus, you can see this kid is really thinking about his place. He's like playing chess, no? Itong si Marcus Fernandez, every time he dribbles down the ball, he's always serving the floor if he's gonna go for a drive or pass the ball to a wide open teammate. That's great basketball IQ for Marcus Fernandez as he knocks down the first one. And that's the reason why for a forward, for a big guard or for a forward, Marcus Fernandez averaging 3.2 assists per game. That's the 10th best player in this tournament right now and dishing out dimes in this 4th season. 4 minutes remaining. It's a 32-point lead for BBC. Chua rather. Last touch by Marcus Fernandez. Ball goes to MARCARS. As a substitution here for Coach Mike Chua, pero Coach JD Wu calls a timeout, so stay tuned lang, folks. We'll be back for more Stallion Scenes action after this. Sixteen on the shot clock here for MARCARS. That break was brought to you by Ogalala, your trusted partner in parenting for many years. As Cade floats it up, no good. This is the last 3 minutes and 23 seconds of MARCARS in this tournament. Meanwhile, for BBC, they are going to be waiting sa magiging result later ng Boysen and Battery and Co. as Rocco Aranillo was able to sink that one in, getting his own miss. Cedric, left corner 3, no good. Good effort for Wayne. Wayne C, free throw line jumpers, no good. As there's a jump ball. Ball stays with BBC. Coach JD Wu talking to Nico Koa. Kian might have gotten away. Oh! Look at that friendly roll for Kian Lim. As there's a warning on the other limb, Caden Lim will be called for a delay in the game. Because he touched the ball after Masingno ni Kian Lim. Good rejection by Caleb Chua. So hacking foul will be called on Caden Lim. As Caden Lim gets his second personal foul. Oh! Ayun nga, our Rocco Aranillo was the one who saying na ako mag-i-inbound, but our referee just clarified na ang foul si Caden Lim eh. So dapat ang bola talaga sa MARCARS. As Martinez, floaters, no good. Oh, clearly a travel on Rocco Aranillo. 97-61, BBC just 3 points shy away to cross the century mark. A very high-scoring ball game, folks, as we are down to the last 2 minutes of this ball game as Cade Martinez knocking down a triple. Good rejection for Rafa Del Mundo as there's a blocking foul on Kian Lim. So Coach JD Wu will call his timeout with 1 minute and 46 remaining. 97-64, folks. Stay tuned down. We'll be back for more after this. Ladies and gentlemen, 1 minute and 46 seconds remaining here for these two teams in their last game of the elimination, especially for MARCARS though. This will be their last game in this tournament. Meanwhile, for BBC, a great game here in the last game of the eliminations round as Jacob was able to steal the ball. And good pass to Juancho Bernabe for the DC Deuce. And ladies and gentlemen, this is pretty much over already. I just want to see BBC score more than 100 points here. Clearly a 8-second backcourt violation. Great defense for MARCARS. Wayne. Good defense for BBC. Now, the question is, will they cross the century mark in this ballgame. Itong BBC. And we still have 3 more games after this one, ladies and gentlemen. The next game is going to be Fair and Square versus Gold Cross. As Wayne lays it up and in. Of course, Fair Square, the bottom frag team, matching up against Gold Cross. As those two teams will be playing their last game in this tournament. As right now, 1 point shy away itong BBC to cross the century mark. Miguel. In and out. Rebound by Jacob. Oh, miscommunication nga lang doon. And there's a foul. So Juancho Bernabe will head over to line for 2. So 2 free throws for Juancho Bernabe. Ascoa! Ayun nga, hindi pa nagawa ng BBC. Even if fans wants them to score. As Wayne, this is the wide open floater, ladies and gentlemen. That is the end of this ball game. BBC winning by 29 points. But for MARCARS, that is their last game in this season. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is the final score, 99-72. Stay tuned lang as we'll have our player of the game interview. We'll be back right after this. Welcome back, Stallion fans, to Stallion Scene 17 Under Division. Together with me is our boys and player of the game with a triple-double performance, Kino Escudero, with 13 points, 12 rebounds, and 14 assists. So, Kino, this is your last game of the eliminations round. As of the moment, you are the number 1 seed team, but you have to wait kung ano pa yung mangyayari mamaya between Buttery and Cole for boys. And now, since you already secured the first or second spot, I just want to get your opinion. Sino ba ang tinitignan mo to battle here in the semifinals here in this season?
Probably Boysen
Boysen.
To get back at them for sure.
Because of your last game.
Yeah.
So, right now you have a terrific performance, a triple-double performance. What was your preparation coming into this ball game?
Just getting practice and playing practice games and stuff. Yeah.
And grabe, a very shy player indeed, but a monster on the court. I'm pretty much sure you want to give a huge shout out to all of the fans who are watching our live coverage.
Just shout out to my family, friends, everyone that supports. Yeah.
Yan. Medyo mahihain lang talaga si Kino, guys. But again, congratulations. You are now moving on to the semifinals. Stay tuned lang, folks, because the next game is gonna be between Fair and Square versus Gold Cross. Congrats, Kino. Congrats.